Alright people, welcome back to the live stream. Today we're not doing some usual gaming content, because today we've got some weather alerts to talk about in the DC and New York and the DC through and East Coast areas. Right now we're going to start off in the DC metro area, and then to the East Coast. As you can see, very dangerous squall lines, very dangerous squall lines. You got some bow echoes coming. You got bow echoes coming in right around here in this neck of the area. So it's extremely dangerous. So be on the lookout for weather alerts, possible tornadoes. Tornadoes are not out of the picture 100%. You do not want to play around with these. We can see through all this that all the stuff. We can see right here we've got all of these right here are ping reports, as in rain reports. You got storm tracks. You've got this storm right here that's going to be heading up into into the area right now. This is down south of Winchester. This should be heading up in the northern direction. It's probably the Leesburg area into Maryland, and probably up into the Baltimore area by the next couple hours if this storm stays into play. Extremely dangerous situation. Even thunderstorms going down as far south as in the Morehead City area south of North Carolina. We've got severe thunderstorms here. Again, tornadoes are not out of the picture yet. We still have the possible risks of tornadoes with any of these thunderstorms. Remember, if thunder roars, go indoors. That is not a joke. If you hear that thunder, then you are close enough to be struck by lightning. So take that into consideration anytime. Yeah, of course. What's going on? We got the weather systems moving in. This is in the Morehead City area. This is also being detected by the State College. Let's go up to our radar system in State College, Pennsylvania, and take a look more at this more developed storm. This storm is looking much more well defined, so we can also see some so we can easily see that this storm is approaching the areas, so we should be ready for that. Tornadoes are not out of the picture with any of these weather events, so we shall just be able to keep monitoring these closely. And if anything goes down, we can keep back on some updates. Up, here we go again. We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning. This severe in North Carolina, the thunderstorm warning being extended as the storm moves farther north. Again, if a severe thunderstorm warning is extension, that means that the storm is still within its limits for a severe thunderstorm. It's still well within the limits for this, well within the storm being severe. No problems with that. It means it's easy to be a severe storm at any time. No problems there. So just keep an eye out on that. So it's just moving up north. We can look at all the storm. I'll give you a second just to look at it. Yeah, of course. This just means that this storm is moving up north whenever it has that. Whenever we are seeing that, this is just a strong indicator that the storm is still moving strongly with this storm. Usually they'll keep these severe thunderstorm warnings going, because remember, hail of 1 inch or greater diameters, or if the storm has 58-mile-an-hour plus winds, they will definitely issue out that severe thunderstorm warning. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning coming up. Another one in Maryland, now in the Carroll County, just up north just up in North Maryland. This storm is now producing some thunder. It's up in Fremont, Maryland, up in Fairmont. Sorry. This cell is going up to your north. This cell is going up to your north, so just be ready for that. Keep an eye out on this. If you're in and around the Fairmont or the Lois area, this storm is already just around you or on top of you. This storm is moving up to the north. Taneytown, you should be getting this storm. It should be coming right on top of you about now. Pennsylvania, as in Western Manham, you should be seeing this storm here into the next 5 minutes. So just be ready for that. 5 minutes. You should be getting this storm. It should be coming in the next 5 minutes. So just be ready for that, because thunderstorm. Just remember again, if thunder roars go indoors, there is no question about it. You are not to take. Do not take any chances on this. Don't take any chances when thunder roars go indoors. Once I'm going to say that again. Another special marine warning just coming out. That's in the Florida that's in the Panhandle. We've got special marine warnings. That's for a storm. That's for a storm system hitting in the southern parts of the states like Deltona. Right here up in this northern storm, just north of Leesburg, Luckett's into Frederick. This storm is getting much more well-defined with this nice bow echo. A nice bow echo here. Wouldn't be surprised if it does try to hook. So just be ready for that. That's going to be very, very interesting. There's no new thunderstorm warnings right now, but this is going to be a good important. So just be ready for that. So just keep an eye out on these. This is a very dangerous situation. Thunderstorms coming up into the Frederick, Maryland area right now. Let's go take a look down at the. Let's take a look at this. Let's take at the storm relative velocity. The velocity, so you can see right there. So as you can see, you've got this red velocity, all this red in the velocity, like around here. All this, that's wind moving away from us. That's wind moving away from us. And then that's wind moving away from us. And then all this green stuff right over here, that is just all wind moving towards us. So all of this is just so much fresh wind moving around. So just be ready for that. So just be ready to take shelter in these areas. Frederick, this is now Frederick, Maryland. You should be taking shelter now. This is going to be with you in the next. This storm is right about on top of you. So if anybody here is in Frederick, Ballinger Creek, Braddock Heights, you should already be inside because that's right on top of you. Clover Hill should be just getting inside if you are. That's Frederick, Ballinger Creek, Buckeyestown, Adamstown, Urbana, definitely probably Point of Rocks, Bartonsville, Lignor, Newmarket, Monrovia. All those areas should be, even Mount should be seeking shelter now. Mount Airy, you should be getting your plans together to be seeking shelter shortly. This is an extremely dangerous situation, so please be prepared for that again. Yeah, so just look at those. You'll definitely have a benefit from that. The storm is on your way, so just be ready for the... Oh my... Wait. Oliver is here. I did not real... Oh, my friendo is here. Hold on a second. I'm just checking my other computer real quick. Wait a second. Wait a second. I think we've got an issue here. This is going to be a big. I think I'm just getting word on my phone of an alert of a new issue. We've now got a very serious issue here. This is a very dangerous situation now. I'm just getting intel. That there is about to be a tornado warning that's going to be... I'm just getting word of a tornado warning. That is right. I am now getting word of a tornado warning in North Carolina. Now, that's the storm right here that we were just on that issued that second severe thunderstorm warning. That is a tornado warning. That means conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes. As you can see right here, this is a mesocyclone, so they've had an indication of possibility of this supercell thunderstorm being rotating. This supercell thunderstorm, that means there is rotation. Let's look at the storm relative velocity. Again, right here, yeah, this is a clear rotation sign. Because as you can see, right here, as a lesson for you, right here, you have got the storm. You right here, in this circle, is where we want you to pay attention to. And this is your lesson, because right here, and as I said to you earlier, remember the two colorations, the red... But as you can see, because of this, here, be very careful, because see how we have right here, we have two, we've got two things right here, and what the deal we've got here, see, two of these all together, these are your colors. You've got your red, and you've got your blue. Excuse me, red and your green. Right here is your rotation point. For anybody interested, this is your rotation point. Morehead City, this is around the Morehead City and the North Carolina area. This is extremely dangerous situation. You're under a weather warning. And this is a bigger problem right here. Going back into the DC metro area, this thunderstorm and The Maryland storm just north of here is now issuing another rotation. But underneath down here, if you're looking, but down in the North Carolina area, you're seeing the more well-defined rotation here. You are looking for the points here where both your red and your green are attached to each other. The red and the green, that's right. Red and green attached to each other. Being that, because your red and green, the red is red is all the wind moving away from us, from the way, red, so is moving away from the site. Because as we can see, where is Morehead City? Where is Morehead City? Because here is the center. Because you have the center of the radar around the Morehead City area. All this, which is over here, all this red is what's moving away from the red. All that red is what is moving away from the Morehead City metro area. All of that's moving away from the Morehead City metro area, and all of the stuff in the green is what's moving towards the Morehead City metro area. All of this is extremely dangerous. We have severe thunderstorms, tornadoes. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Do not waste any time. If you are under that tornado warning in any of these areas, that is going to be in Jones County, Craven County, Beaufort County, West Central Pamlico County, and all of them in eastern North Carolina. If you are in any of these affected areas, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Locations: New Bern, Trentwoods, River Bend, Vanceboro, Askins, Caton, Jasper, Tuscarora, Reeves, Olympia, Ernole, Bridgeton, Cove City, Pollexville, and Trenton. You should be taking shelter now. This is an extremely dangerous and extremely life-threatening situation. Turner, do not waste your time. You should be in your safe spaces right away. This is not a drill. Tornado warning now in effect for your immediate area. So you should be taking shelter right away. You can still see some broad rotation, even though the updated velocity is showing the rotation kind of breaking apart. So let's go back to the storm in Carroll. Let's go back to the Maryland storm in Carroll County. Just going up north. As you can see right here, you're starting to see a little bit more well-defined rotation. I can't say 100%, this is 100% well-defined rotation, but you do have a tornado warning in effect for this area. So anyway, that still doesn't mean that you have to be staying here. So that does not mean you should you're fine. You just need to, and it's an issue, and then you should just be playing around here. You need to take shelter immediately. Don't wait. Radars can't always be accurate to the timing. Again, radars can't be accurate always to the timing. Let's go now into our live torque. Let's go live now into our Torcon indexes for today. As you can see, in all of the shaded areas where a tornado warning has been issued, that means that there is conditions favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes. This is a 30% chance of tornado. This is an extremely dangerous situation. 100% do not waste your time. Turn around. Again, this is an extremely dangerous situation. Do not take any chances. So yeah, so this is extremely dangerous. Don't take any chances. Oh, it looks like my power is flickering a little bit, so hopefully I do not lose power here. Let's see exactly what the dealio is here. Extremely dangerous weather. Let's go on back into our radar system now. It's about 7:21 p.m. More well-defined rotations, possibly here. We have two areas where there could be possible tornadoes. Let's go back to the North Carolina storm as of 7:16 p.m. and we can see kind of still a less broader rotation. And even still, right back here, it looks like this rotation might be kind of defining back up again. We have another, because right back here we've got this green that's right back into the system. So it's right back again trying to produce. So let's take this off. Extremely dangerous. So extremely dangerous situation. I don't want to spend too much time on here wasting time tonight because I got other things to do. But I do want to go through kind of the weather and the outcomes for probably the rest of the night into the rest of the week. I don't know what the... Again, Torcon index today is about a 2. Let's take a look at the warnings in the Baltimore-Washington area. As you can see, we've got severe weather statements right here. Let's take a look at the detailed weather. As you can see, severe thunderstorm watches are in effect for all the counties here until 10 o'clock tonight. Until 10 o'clock tonight. Let's look at our sector satellites for the area right here. For the areas right here as the storms are still developing. Let's take a look at our live radar here. Let's take a look at the latest weather in these areas. All of those lightning strikes, there's only very minimal so far, but there could be more later. All of those flashes are lightning strikes, so it's a very little thing. One last check on the radar. Oops. One last check on the radar system. Which, of course... One last check on the radar system before we call it a break. Again, this is the tornado in the North Carolina thunderstorm. There's still a broader rotation, but still somewhat well-defined. Carroll County, we got a tornado warning for your immediate area. Rotation impacted, but no confirmed tornadoes yet. Both of these were capable of producing a tornado, so no confirmed tornado. And if you're in those areas, take shelter. In Maryland, if you're in any of these areas, and to stay mainly over rural areas. So just take those information seriously. And if there is any other serious events, I might come back. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. This is your weather update.